Good morning, students of class 9. Today we are going to start our exercise 6.2 from chapter 6, lines and angles. So this is our question number 1 from NCERT, and this figure is given to us. Okay, in the figure find the value of x and y. So we have to find the value of angle x and angle y, and then we have to show that AB line is parallel to CD. So we have to show that this line AB is parallel to CD. Now student, what we have given that whatever the line AB and CD, we are not given that these lines are parallel. It is only given that these are the line, and as you can see that this line is intersecting these two lines, है ना? So that might be a transversal. If a line is intersecting two lines, then that line would be the transversal for both of them, isn't? So I can say that a transversal intersect two lines AB and CD. And you know that if we are having a line, then all the angles sum up to give 180 degree. That means angle x and angle 50. If I find the sum of angle x and angle 50, I will get 180 because it is a linear pair, isn't? So I have written here x plus 50 is equal to 180, and accordingly from this we get x is equal to 180 minus 50, that is 130 degree. So here we got the value of x, which is 130 degree. Now student, as you can see that this line CD is also intersecting by our transversal. So according to this, angle y will be equivalent to 130 degree by vertically opposite angle, isn't? So I have written here that y will be equal to 130 degree vertically opposite angle. So student, as we have found that x is equal to 130 degree by linear pair axiom and y is equal to 130 degree by vertically opposite angle, so we can say that x is equivalent to y is equivalent to 130 degree, which means x is equal to y. And student, if you can see in the figure that if angle x is equal to angle y, then this is somewhere giving us alternate angle, alternate interior angles are equal. So if I can say that if alternate interior angles are equal, then the line must be parallel, isn't? So I can write student that AB is parallel to CD by converse of axiom, alternate angle axiom, or you can write in a bracket that if a pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then line must be parallel. अगर alternate pair angle equal हो जाते हैं, so accordingly हम लोग की lines भी क्या हो जाती है, parallel. Thus we can say AB is parallel to CD. So this is our solution student. Now we are moving to next question. Question number 2 is, in the figure AB is parallel to CD. As you can see, AB is parallel to CD, that is given to us, and one more thing, that CD is parallel to EF. This one is also given to us. And y ratio z is equal to 3:7, we have to find the value of x. So student, as you know that if we are having a ratio, we are just let them in terms of any variable. I can't let them in terms of x because we are having x is already mentioned in our question, so I am letting angle y will equivalent to 3a and angle z equivalent to 7a. Okay, now student, look at the figure that I can say that I'm just giving the names to these 3 points. Like you can see here in the figure that I have given the first point name as G, then H, and then Z. Now students, look at the second figure, this one. Can I say student that angle Y is equivalent to angle DHI? Isn't? Angle Y is equivalent to angle DHI. How? Because they are vertically opposite. Isn't? Because these two lines are cancelling each other. These two lines are intersecting each other. That's why I can say that angle Y is equivalent to angle DHI by vertically opposite angle. So student, as you can see that if DHI is added to angle Z, they both are interior angle on the same side of transversal, or I can say that they are co-interior angles, isn't? And I have told you in the introductory video that if we are having a parallel line and two angles are in the co-interior, are in the same side of the transversal, then they always sum up to give 180 degree. So similarly in here, in this case, angle DHI plus angle Z will be equivalent to 180 degree. The reason is interior angle on the same side of transversal, or you can write it is co-interior angle. So student, you know that DHI is equivalent to Y, so I can place, in place of DHI I can place Y, and FIZ, which is equivalent to Z itself. So y plus z will be equal to 180 degree. We got this. Now we can put the value of y, which is 3a, and the value of z, which is 7a, is equal to 180. So 3a plus 7a is equal to 180. Therefore 10a is equal to 180. That means a will be equivalent to 18 degree. We got the value of a. Now we can find the value of y. So the value of y will be 3a, that is 3 into 18, we will get 54 degree. And similarly the value of z, that is 7a, so we will get 7 into 18, that is 126 degree. We got the value of y and we got the value of z also, but we have to find the value of x, student. So it is either up to you, up to your choice, that you can follow this method that they have mentioned here, or you can directly say that AB is parallel to EF, because AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. That's why AB is parallel to EF. So if AB is parallel to EF, that's why I can say that angle X is equivalent to angle Z by alternate interior angle again. Okay, so you can directly say that X is equal to Z equal to 126 degree, and reason हम लोग लिख देंगे alternate interior angle. और यू कैन यूज़ दिस मेथड, स्टूडेंट, जो यहाँ यूज़ किया हुआ है कि वो ये है कि एक्स एंड वाई का सम करके भी तो 180 आएगा को इंटीरियर एंगल से अगेन. सो एक्स प्लस वाई इज इक्वल टू 180. पुटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ वाई वी गॉट एक्स इज इक्वल टू 180 माइनस 54, दैट इज 126. सो यू कैन चूज आइदर दिस वे और द प्रीवियस वन दैट आई हैव टोल्ड यू. Okay, so we got the value of x, that is 126 degree. Now we are moving to the next question, question number 3. So this is the given figure in our NCERT book, and in this figure if AB is parallel to CD, it is given to us that these two lines are parallel. One more thing, that EF is perpendicular to CD, that this is perpendicular, that means this angle is of 90 degree, moreover this angle is of 90 degree. And angle GED, can you see angle GED? Where is it? GED, this complete angle is of 126 degree. Now we have to find angle AGE, which is here, angle GEF, which is this one, and angle FGE, which is here. Now we have to find the three angles, and only one angle, that is angle GED, is given to us. Angle FED is also known to us, which is 90 degree, of course. So what we are going to do, we are just going to use our theorems that we have studied. So as you know, AB is parallel to CD and EF is perpendicular to CD, and GED is given to us 126 degree. I can say that angle GED is equal to angle AGE. How, students? Because if two lines are parallel, then alternate angles will be equal, isn't? So I can write that angle AGE is equivalent to angle LGE, isn't? Angle AGE will be equal to angle GED. It is GED by alternate interior angle, isn't? And after that you got angle AGE is equivalent to 126 degree. Now we have found our first part. Now we have to find GEF. Student, if you know that this complete angle is of 126 degree and the remaining part is of 90 degree, how will you calculate this one? Just simply by subtracting 126 by 90 degree. So angle GEF can be written as angle GED minus angle DEF, isn't? Now putting the value of angle GED, that is 126, and angle DEF, that is 90, we got 126 minus 90, that is 36 degree. Okay, so we got the value of angle GEF, which is our second part that we have to found. Now we have to calculate the angle FGE. Angle FGE, student, as you can see, this one is the angle FGE, and student, I can say that angle FGE plus angle AGE will be equivalent to 180 degree. Again, it is a linear pair, they are forming in a line. So I have written angle AGE plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree. Now angle AGE is equivalent to 126 degree. We have just put the value of angle AGE and found the value of angle FGE as 180 minus 126, that is equivalent to 54 degree. So we have found all the three values, that is angle. Now students, we are having question number 4. In the given figure, if PQ is parallel to ST, this figure is given in our NCERT that PQ is parallel to ST, and also it is given that angle PQR is 110 degree and angle RST is given to us 130 degree. We have to find angle QRS. This angle we have to find. So student, how we are going to find that we are going to do some construction over here. What we are going to do, that we are going to draw a line parallel to ST like that. Okay, and then I'm going to give the name of this point as U. Okay, so this is our construction, and now we are going to find our answer. So as you can see, we have constructed a line RU parallel to ST through point R. Okay, and the figure is now like that. आपको अपने सॉल्यूशन में फिर से दोबारा से ये फिगर बनाना है, ठीक है ना स्टूडेंट्स. आगे देखेंगे कि एज यू नो दैट एंगल TSR plus angle SRU will be equivalent to 180 degree. Why? Because they are consecutive interior angle, or you can say they are co-interior angle, or you can write the reason that they are the angle on the same side of transversal, है ना. सो आपको पता है कि जो एंगल सेम साइड ऑफ ट्रांसवर्सल में होते हैं, दे आर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग, दैट मीन्स दे आर समिंग अप एंड गिविंग अस 180 degree. So student, I have written this line. Now we are putting the value of angle RST, which is given to us 130 degree. So by putting the value of RST, we will get 130 plus angle SRU is equal to 180, and in this way you can find the value of angle SRU, which will be equivalent to 50 degree by subtracting 130 from 180. Okay, now student, we got this angle, that we got angle SRU, है ना. We got angle SRU as 50 degree, but what we have to find? We have to find angle QRS. Now student, one more thing that I can say, that angle PQR, this complete angle, will be equivalent to this complete angle, angle QRU, isn't? That angle QRU is equal to angle PQR. Why? Because they all are equal according to the alternate interior angle, student. Why so student? Because if ST is parallel to PQ, that is given to us, and we have drawn ST parallel to RU, then somewhere RU will be parallel to PQ, RU भी PQ के parallel होगी. और अगर RU और PQ parallel है, that means alternate angle आपस में क्या हो जाते हैं? Equal. That means PQR completely किसके equal हो जाएगा? QRU के. So अगर PQR हम लोग का 110 डिग्री है, तो QRU भी 110 डिग्री ही होगा. That's what I have written over here. Okay, because they are alternate interior angle. Now next student, what we are having, that we are having the sum of these angle as 110, and we have just found that this angle is of 50 degree, isn't? So how can we find this remaining angle? Simply by subtracting angle SRU from angle QRU. आप complete angle QRU में से, इस complete angle में से इतना angle आप minus कर दें, तो आपके लिए remaining angle बच जाता है ना. So what we are going to do, we are going to subtract angle SRU from angle QRU. So when you subtract angle SRU from angle QRU, that means you have to subtract 50 degree from 150. No, you're going to subtract 50 degree from 110 degree, and when you subtract student 50 degree from 110 degree, you will get 60 degrees our answer. Okay, now we are moving to the next question, that is question number 5. So it is given in the figure, this figure is again in our NCERT. If AB is parallel to CD and angle APQ is given to us, that is 50 degree, we have to and one more thing is given, that angle PRD is 127, we have to find angle X and Y. So first we are going to find angle Y. What we are going to do, that as you know that AB is parallel to CD, therefore alternate pair must be equal. So as you can see that this angle, complete angle, is equivalent to this complete angle. That is, I can say that angle APR is equal to angle PRD. How? By alternate interior angles. Now APR, students, is comprises of two angles, that is 50 plus Y. So 50 plus Y will be equivalent to 127, and in this way student, you have found Y is equal to 77 degree. Now we have found Y, now we are talking about angle X. Student, you can see that angle X will be equivalent to 50 degree. How? Because AB is parallel to CD, therefore alternate angles will be equal. So angle APQ will be equivalent to angle PQR, which is X. So therefore I can say that angle X will be equivalent to 50 degree. That's how we got angle X as 50 degree and angle Y as 77 degree. Before finding solution, I'm going to discuss some basic concepts that we are going to use in this solution. So students, you all know that if we are having a plane surface like a mirror, okay, and a ray of light strikes on a surface, that ray is called incident ray. And after striking, it will always reflect back, and that ray will be called reflected ray, student. Now if I draw a normal to the, or I can say if I draw perpendicular to the surface, that will be called normal. Now you already know that if I create angle between incident ray and normal, that will be called angle of incident. And similarly, the between the reflected ray and normal, that will be called angle of reflection. So student, in science you have learned that angle of incident, that is angle I, is always equal to angle of reflection, that is R. You have studied it in your previous class that according to laws of reflection, angle of incident is always equal to angle of reflection. This concept we are going to use in the solution. One more thing that we are going to use, student, is this. If I am having two parallel rays and we are drawing two perpendicular, okay, then these perpendicular are always parallel to each other. दो पैरेलल लाइंस के अगर आप परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करते हैं तो वो परपेंडिकुलर भी क्या होते हैं, आपस में एक दूसरे के पैरेलल होते हैं. एंड दैट्स हाउ आई कैन कंक्लूड इफ आई एम ड्राइंग अ ट्रांसवर्सल अक्रॉस दीज लाइंस, द ऑल्टरनेट एंगल दिस वन एंड दिस वन विल ऑल्सो बी इक्वल, इजंट. तो इस कॉन्सेप्ट का भी हम यूज़ करने वाले हैं अपने सोल्यूशन में. Now student, for our convenience, I am going to mention angles as 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Why I am doing this? Because writing again and again complete angle is quite confusing. That's why I am going to mention angle 1, 2, 3, 4 for these angles, as you can see. Okay, so you can also do that, but for doing this you have to draw your figure again in the solution. आपको solution में दोबारा से ये फिगर बना करके 1, 2, 3, 4 मेंशन करना है. ऐसा नहीं कि आप क्वेश्चन में ही 1, 2, 3, 4 मेंशन कर दें, बिकॉज यू नो अगर आपका क्वेश्चन पेपर में सेपरेट आ रखा है और आपने आंसर शीट में इसको मेंशन नहीं करके दिखाया कि व्हाट यू आर टेकिंग एंगल एज 1 and 2, दैट्स व्हाट इट बिकम क्वाइट कन्फ्यूजिंग. सो हम लोग के लिए वो मीनिंगलेस हो जाएगा चेकिंग के टाइम पे. ठीक है, तो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट वेन एवर यू आर गिविंग सम नेम्स टू द एंगल, यू ऑलवेज हैव टू ड्रॉ द फिगर इन द सोल्यूशन ऑल्सो. तो आप सोल्यूशन में इस तरीके से ड्रॉ कर देंगे. अब देखिए बच्चे, सोल्यूशन में हम क्या लिखने वाले हैं कि हमने ड्रॉ करा है, वी आर ड्रॉइंग अ कंस्ट्रक्शन, वी आर डूइंग अ कंस्ट्रक्शन ओवर हियर दैट बी इज परपेंडिकुलर टू पी क्यू एंड सिमिलरली सी एफ इज परपेंडिकुलर टू आर एस. दैट्स व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इन आर कंस्ट्रक्शन पार्ट. And student, after constructing you can say that angle 1 will be equivalent to angle 2. Why? Because angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection, as we have discussed earlier, है ना. Similarly student, you can say that angle 3 will be equivalent to angle 4. Same reason, because angle I is always equal to angle R, therefore 3 will be equal to angle 4. Now student, we also have discussed that 2 will be equal to 3. How? Because we have discussed that alternate angles are equal. If parallels are drawn with the perpendicular, then these perpendicular are also parallel to each other, and that's why alternate angle will be equal, and that's how we got angle 2 is equal to angle 3. So we are going to give the names to this equation. This one is 1, this one is 2 and this one is 3. Student, when you see this equation that angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle 2 is equal to angle 3, angle 3 is equal to angle 4, what you will get? You will get that all angles, angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3 is equal to angle 4. These all angles are completely equal. From here you are going to follow these steps. जो अब मैं लिख रही हूँ आपको वो follow करना है, ठीक है. Don't follow these steps, you are going to follow this the steps that I am going to write now. Now angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3 is equal to angle 4. स्टूडेंट, अगर सब आपस में इक्वल है तो किसी भी दो को अगर हम ऐड करें तो वो रिमेनिंग 2 के इक्वल हो सकता है ना बच्चे. एंगल 3 प्लस एंगल 4 के इक्वल हो जाएगा, है ना. 2 अगर 1 और 2 का सम आपस में इक्वल हो सकता है एंगल 3 प्लस एंगल 4 के, बिकॉज दे ऑल आर इक्वल. एंड एंगल 1 प्लस एंगल 2 का सम हम लोग को दे रहा है एंगल BCD. अब यहाँ से हम लोग को डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे आना है. एंड सिमिलरली एंगल 3 प्लस एंगल 4 का सम हम लोग को दे रहा है एंगल ABC. सो दस वी गॉट एंगल BCD इक्वलेंट टू एंगल ABC. और अगर बेटा हम लोग के एंगल BCD इक्वल आ गया है एंगल ABC के, दैट्स मीन व्हाट वी गॉट ऑल्टरनेट एंगल एज इक्वल. हम लोग का कंप्लीट ये एंगल इस एंगल के इक्वल आ गया है. वी गॉट ऑल्टरनेट एंगल एज इक्वल. और अगर ऑल्टरनेट एंगल इक्वल है तो लाइंस विल बी पैरेलल. सो वी कैन राइट दैट AB इज पैरेलल टू CD. रीजन आप दे देंगे, इफ पेयर ऑफ ऑल्टरनेट एंगल्स आर इक्वल देयरफॉर लाइंस आर पैरेलल. Okay, that's how we can prove that AB is parallel to CD. Now that's all for today, student. One more thing, you have to do all the question in your notebooks. If you have any query regarding exercise 6.2 and 6.1, you can ask me in the query session. Okay, that's all. Thank you.